Hi, my name is August from Eco-Organics. Our product, Ecovie, solves the biggest crisis facing this nation's food supply. Plenty of empty food grown in mineral-depleted soil. Whether you're a home gardener or a large commercial grower, your objective is good, healthy food, and we can help you with our premier remineralizer, Ecovie. This video will give you information about our product and the importance of providing ionic minerals for growing plants. I'm here to help you understand the philosophy of ecological stewardship, the relationship to soil-borne minerals to plant growth, their natural distribution and function, the long-term effects of harvesting and pruning without replenishing minerals, and their relationship to mineral deficiency illness from soil nutrient depletion. The missing link in agriculture is what has been pulled out of the ground to make nutrient for food and to produce healthy plants, minerals. Really, it's that simple. But not just any minerals, but ionic minerals, the individual atoms, because ions are the building blocks of life. I will discuss this matter state later, but providing ions is the reason Ecovie works and is the reason powders don't. Roots can only absorb ions, so only ions are immediately available to plants. No mineral product works as fast and safely as Ecovie. In fact, earthworm castings work because in a rich biodiverse soil, the earthworm is at the top of the microorganism food chain and is providing digested rock in the ionic state. In fact, when Ecovie is applied to soil, it increases the growth of microorganisms by providing ionic minerals they need for life. Here's an example of the effects of a row of organic oregano over 9 months, treated with Ecovie, as the side treated explodes in growth. Then the migration of microorganisms begins to dissolve the rock on the untreated side, which also explodes in growth. The effects of ions in nature is profound, and ions work in the body as well. Every molecule in the body is a molecule built up from atoms, not crystals. Normally, you get ionic nutrients in food. When your mother told you to eat your greens, what she didn't realize was that you really needed the ionic magnesium in chlorophyll. That's one of the main reasons why greens keep you healthy. Magnesium is essential for over 300 human metabolic processes, including anti-aging and body temperature. Calcium is another important mineral mined out of the earth into plants and needed in your body. It also assures thick cell walls in plants to prevent insect and disease from attacking the plant. Pesticides are not needed when plants are grown in a fully diverse soil structure providing nutrient ionic minerals. Cobalt, copper, and selenium are almost completely gone from many fields where grains and grasses for cattle have been grown and harvested for centuries. The result is reduced milk yields since lactation is dependent on these critical ionic elements in their feed. Expensive supplements are added to the diet of dairy cattle because the earth is stripped of the trace minerals needed to feed the cattle correctly. Cattle not protected by dietary minerals will get ill easily, and the increased use of antibiotics is the result, producing strains of pathogens that are increasingly resistant to these medicines. Eco-Organics also offers Ecovie livestock watering minerals for supplying bioavailable minerals instead of powders in the watering trough. And we also make My Minerals, the daily supplement for people that are not able to grow their own food but want to make sure they are getting the critical ionic minerals needed in their diet now that the food supply is not safe and unreliable when it comes to minerals. Ecovie Ionic Minerals for Agriculture is here to address this depletion of soil-borne minerals in the modern society. It's safe for people, pets, and plants. It's OMRI listed for use in all organic growing and can be used on all plants. And it's simple. You just mix it in water and apply to the soil. Eco-agriculture is simple. It replenishes, is economical, and smart. And Ecovie is the best way to provide these minerals in the correct ratio for maximum biochemical synergy. Ecovie provides the natural ratio of ionic elements found in the ocean, with the heavy metals and salt extracted. The ocean is a wealth of ionic minerals, produced by natural forces and maintained by the earth itself. We didn't invent it, we just noticed it was there. The minerals in Ecovie start ionic and stay ionic when you use Ecovie. Some sea mineral salts are being promoted for agriculture, but it is well established that without removing the salt, salinity will progressively reduce yield, damage the microorganism population in the soil, and stop plant growth. Ecovie contains the 14 essential minerals for plant biosynthesis, but also 75 other trace minerals found in all oceans for specific enzymatic biosynthesis, meaning all these elements are used, not often, but critical when they are needed for phytochemical photosynthesis in leaf chloroplasts, plant structures, and later in animals. With this in mind, it is safe to say It is not the plant you provide for the customer that fails. It is the nutrient quality of the soil at the customer's site. We have performed clinical studies on nut trees at the Northern Nut Growers Association groves, pecan and peach groves in Texas, and walnut groves in California and Washington State, all with successful results, higher yield, stronger growth, and rapid return to nut size in old-growth trees. Here is an example of a 26-year-old pecan tree that never produced edible nut meat, and after one triple concentration treatment, the nuts the following year. Healthy, delicious, and some 3 inches long. Here is a walnut test in Washington State. Again, a triple concentration treatment produced unusually large nuts. We can't guarantee this in all cases, but we have seen a reliable return to size in nuts from old-growth trees in every test, like these untreated and treated Franquette variety walnuts in a single year in California. We have also seen dramatic return to foliar cover, as seen in these identically aged Franquette walnut trees in side-by-side testing. Even the rescue of a large live oak at Threadgill's restaurant in Austin, Texas, in 60 days. This same rapid return to health is seen in roses, as in these two plants that were back to foliar cover and bloom in 21 days of application. Like I said, nothing works as fast as Ecovie to save plants and produce healthy growth. Another problem is geological location. Not all places have exactly the same rock, and therefore not all places have the same nutrient elements in the soil to begin with. And this is logical. The elements found in sandy glacial silt and clay in Maine are not the same elements found in the calciferous rocks in the Monterey Limestone Formation in California. Farming practices force depletion without returning minerals that are mined out of soil by plants. Farming removes minerals by harvesting, but pruning to maintain landscape design also removes minerals. Without replacing the minerals lost from harvesting and pruning, mineral depletion is always the result. Then plants become weak, insects and disease invade the plant, and the plant suffers. Ecovie is more than just a product, it is a solution. We at Eco Organics have identified a strong relationship between the depletion of soil-borne nutrient minerals and the increase in mineral deficiency disease. Our statistical study of mineral reduction over time in food analysis performed by the USDA and other universities has shown a one-to-one relationship to this threat to our agriculture and to our own health. We have assembled this chart from the data, and it maps perfectly to deaths from diseases of the heart. Diseases of the heart are strongly tied to the lack of ionic magnesium to activate vitamin B6 to protect vascular tissue from homocysteine. B6 activated by magnesium is also critical for the creation of 10 of the 20 amino acids needed to produce 40,000 protein sequences for repair and normal body function. Respiratory diseases map as well. Soft tissue damage is caused by mineral deficiency and the lack of minerals to activate vitamin C for soft tissue protection and repair. And obesity. Obesity may prove to be the body desperately seeking critical minerals from empty, carbohydrate-laden foods. Magnesium deficiency is intricately tied to reduced intelligence. Ionic magnesium is essential for the production of ATP in the mitochondria of cells for the body to keep alive at 98.6 degrees. Ionic iron and sulfur, also an Ecovie plant food, is critical to the cell's natural neutralization of free radicals produced during the production of ATP by superoxide dimutase. This sulfur and iron molecule transforms free radicals first into hydrogen peroxide by scavenging the cell for free hydrogen atoms. Then it transforms hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen. Without these critical food-borne minerals, free radicals damage the cell from the inside. No amount of antioxidant pill can provide for this requirement in the cell. It has to come from plants which synthesize ionic compounds, or it has to come into the body somehow as an ionic element. Okay, now for the science and physics part. Ecovie works by providing very small amounts of elements. You can look at our label and see milligrams of ingredients, not pounds like in powders. Here again, it has to do with the ionic state of matter provided in Ecovie. In chemistry, perhaps you remember molar calculations using Avogadro's number. A mole of any element is its atomic weight in grams. Like 12 grams of carbon or 197 grams of gold. The Italian mathematician Avogadro figured out that a molar weight of any element has exactly the same number of atoms. 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd atoms. That's a lot of atoms. It's this many. A milligram is 1,000th of a gram. So a milligram of carbon is this many atoms. Get the picture? Small amounts in the ionic state provide enormous numbers of available ions for roots to absorb, and roots can only absorb ions at a time. A granule of powder the size of the point of a pin still contains 100 million atoms and is too large to be absorbed through the cell wall of a plant root cell. It doesn't matter how much you put on the ground, until it dissolves, it cannot be used by the plant. Not all powders or salts are the same. Here I have extracted the mineral ions from Celtic sea salt, Redmond, Utah prehistoric salts, and Ecovie ocean mineral ions. There is quite a difference in yield, and a huge difference in ingredient element ratios. Ecovie is available as soon as you apply it. That's why Ecovie works so fast. The Earth has been providing ionic minerals for plants for at least 3 billion years. That's why plants grow, and why we at Ecovie don't think this can be improved on. Ecovie replenishes the Earth does the rest. Our friend Charles Walter delivered this same message throughout his life. Remineralize the earth to reestablish the soil microorganisms to grow nutrient-laden food. Chuck endorsed our product Ecovie because it's an ionic, nature-balanced multi-mineral concentrate for agriculture and soil health. When mixed into water and applied to soil, it grows plants in ways we as a nation have not seen since our beginning. Our approach, Sane Organics, is 4 simple steps. 1. Use Ecovie to put back the over-harvested trace minerals. 2. Use only organic nitrogen fertilizers. 3. Stop using all petrochemicals on your food. And 4. Use only heritage and non-GMO seed. Simple. By using Ecovie, you will grow stronger plants that resist disease and insects, produce an average of 30% more product, and because your plants are stronger, it reduces the need for rescue measures and costs far less to grow, thereby dramatically improving your profit. Have a look around our website and see for yourself, or purchase some and grow some food and taste it for yourself. For taste you can see, there's Ecovie.